What's going on, family? It's your boy, the one and only Mr. Solution, back in the building with another video, baby. Alright. Sound like they empty. Really go too into it. Let's see. Kind of show y'all. We fell to the top, baby. Guys, so we starting this video off here. This is our step-by-step video, the pilot way. And the reason we starting it off right here is because this is where our first step begins. So when we enter into the location, the first thing you want to do is hit your hazards. They want your hazards to be on once you enter the location where you're supposed to be dropping. And then we're gonna line up to the tanks, and we're gonna do it like that. So I gotta spin the bin, gotta go around a little bit and check and see what we doing. So our tanks are right here, but we're gonna come around and line up on the tanks right there. There are 2 tanks at this store, but we're not gonna focus too much on that. What we're focusing on in this video is the steps. So step 1, turn your hazards on when you're entering the location. Right, we got diesel, so we're gonna line up to these 2 diesel tanks, make sure we good. I think that's good right there. All right, so we got that part done. Step 2 is check the volume. Check the volume, and we're gonna write it down on our paperwork. So this is store 234. So let's go ahead and check the volume right quick. So our tank 3 and tank 4 is our diesel. So we're gonna put tank 3, tank 4, diesel. And I guess for tank 3 I'm gonna put first compartment and the 3rd compartment. Tank 4 I'm gonna put the 4th compartment. We arrived at 7:15 and we already loaded. Write that down. So our gross gallons that we're dropping in tank 3 is 4,900. 47, my bad. And our gross for 4 is 2,900. We have 0 water. Now the volume before we drop, which is right here, If y'all can see that, this is the volume for tank 3, this is the volume for tank 4. So we got 9619 for tank 3, 9570 for tank 4. And once you got that down, we can go ahead and start with step 3, which is get our cones out. So let's go ahead and set that up. All right guys, step 3, gonna lock our doors. And I may forget some of the steps, or I may forget what step number we're on, so just bear with me. Step 4, we're gonna go ahead and put our cones out. If you've been watching my videos, you know we usually put our cones out. We try to get like all 4 corners. A lot of times it's at least 3 corners, but they want you to set it up on your driver's side, one in the front of the truck, one in the middle of the truck, and one at the back of the truck. For this location, we don't really have to worry about this side because we have a building in the way. So what I would do is hit the back side and go around and do it on the other side. So I'm gonna put it at the front, 2 at the front, 2 at the back, and I'm gonna surround my area with cones as well. So this is step 4. Put your cones out. All right, that's how it should look. All 4 corners is covered. Now I'm gonna take these other cones out. Diesel cone I like to put in the middle. I'll put a cone right here. Cone right here. Cone right here. So my area is now covered. So I could actually put this one up. I won't need it. Now that's step 4. Put your cones out. All right guys. Now I'm gonna need 2 hoses, but first I'm gonna pull out my bucket. So this is step 5. Get your bucket out. Step 6 will be lift up the sidebar, and then I'll take off my drop guns. I can actually lift this up. Move your caps. So we already checked the volume. So sticking the tank at a pilot location is not necessary because we have the system on the phone, so we can check it remotely. So like I said, I'm gonna lose my actually I'm gonna keep this one on. I'm gonna lose the steps. So next step is, like, I remove the guns, move your drop guns, take off your caps, and place your drop gun on the actual drop. Next, we're going to remove the hoses. Remove and connect the hoses. Let's do that right quick. Always place your bucket under whatever compartment you're about to use. So we're about to open this. So when you connect your hose, you connect to the drop gun first. You remove your dust cap. Make sure your bucket is under the dust cap. Then you go ahead and connect your hose. Now, of course, you have to remove the actual cap that's inside the hose. So you have that connected. All we're going to do is connect the hoses. We're not going to start the dropping process just yet. So let's connect our next hose. Now, bring our bucket over, since we're going to connect to this compartment. Go ahead and do that. Now that we got the hoses connected, our next step will be, and make sure y'all still with me. We still good? All right. Our next step will be take off this cap, open up your compartment doors, and pull out your plunger. This is what we connect to let the truck basically breathe. You connect that, got that going. Next step is to open up your valves. So we're opening up 1 and 4. Open up my master valve, open up 1 and 4. The next step is to go ahead and, so I'm gonna start with this one first. So make sure your bucket is under whatever compartment you're starting. Remove your tag. You guys can see, connect it. I like to, so now it's your choice. You can drop it like this, right by your compartment, right by the drop where you're dropping. Or what I do is I like to connect it to my actual hose. That way it's like an extra precaution. And I don't forget my, another thing is I don't forget my tags on the ground. So we're gonna verify, double check, diesel to diesel. Then we're gonna pull it slowly, make sure everything's good. Gonna open it all the way. Now for this one, same step. Connect, disconnect, take the tag off, connect it to the hose. Boom, we connected. Make sure diesel to diesel. You walk that hose, man. That's the step. When you taking your tag off, you want to walk the hose. Walk the hose, boom, connected to the hose. Walk the hose, boom, connected to the hose. That's the step right there. Man, she keep leaving. Keep losing me, man. What's going on? Maybe I need to take this hood off. How is that? That's better? All right. So we got the truck ventilating. We got our hoses connected. Not sure what step we're on, but every single one is a different step. Just keep that in mind. Every single one is a different step. We got our cones. Our area is coned off and protected. You know, we got everything basically set up, man. We all good to go. Everything's dropping. This is going to be a fairly quick drop, and you know, we're gonna do the dang thing like that, baby. All right, so as y'all can see, this compartment is finishing up. So for our next step, definitely want to let everything come out that you see. So I still see some stuff coming out, so we're gonna hold off for about 10 seconds. We'll let it all come out. All right. And once you got most of the product out, you want to lift up for your next step. You lifting up your hose. You don't have to go but about waist high. Lift it up 1 time. Lift it up 2 times. This next step after that is you close that valve. Once you close that valve, you go ahead and close your actual compartment. Boom, you got that step down. Now you remove the hose, and now this step is you basically got to do a few things at once. Let's see if I can get y'all probably can see it now. So you want to grab your hose, take it loose, hold the hose up with one hand, and you got I got my hand on the ear, so that's how I'm holding the hose, and you use your other hand to put the cap back. So now you can move your bucket over to remove your cap from your other hose, from your other compartment. Remove that dust cap, connect your hose, close it down, and then you remove the tag. You walk your hose, connect your tag to your hose, and then you open up that compartment. Now we're gonna open up the actual valve, the compartment valve, and let it flow. Make sure we're good. This compartment is also done, so we're gonna repeat that same. That was about what, 3 or 4 steps in one. We're gonna repeat that same process with this hose. Remember, lift up about waist high. One time, drop it down, lift it up again, drop it down, and go close that compartment. Then you close the actual valve for the compartment. Remove the hose. For this step, it will be a little different because this is like our final step almost. Not final step, but our, ending steps. So you get your hose, you put your cap back on. Then you will drain the hose. Now you don't have to lift it up like I'll be lifting it up. You can just go ahead and roll it like that. Drain that hose. Before you disconnect it, take your tag off. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this tag off. Put it in my put it back on the other tags. Okay, we still good. Now, got that covered. Now you remove your hose from your drop gun. Put your caps back on. Then you put your hose back on your truck. All right. Strap this back down. Strap your hoses back down. Remove your drop gun. Put it back on your truck. Put your caps back on. Put the lid back on. Boom. Y'all know what step we on. I may put it on the screen to keep y'all, that way y'all can see it actually, besides me just telling y'all. So yeah, that's the step we on. Then we're gonna repeat that same process with this. Once this compartment is done, we'll come back to it. So now we're done with this one. We're done with this one. I see it finishing up. So what I advise you to do, once you see the final compartment is finishing up, to save on a little time, I like to remove the tags. Once I know it's all finishing up, I remove the tags and put it back where it's supposed to go. Got it all out. Yep. Go ahead and give our 2 lifts. 1, 2. Then you close your valve. So for this step, since this is our last compartment, I will close my master valve, and I can actually close my door as well. Then close your valve for your compartment. Remove your hose. Put your cap back on. Then put your cap back on your actual hose. Give it its final lift. Make sure all the product is drained out of the hose. Then you remove the hose. Put your cap back on. Put your hose back on your truck. Now I'm gonna let my sidebar down and remove this whatchamacallit, this drop gun. Put your tops back on, put your cap back on. It's not necessary to, you can remove your drop gun before you let the sidebar down. I just do that. Put your bucket back. We finished with that. Actually, let me drain this product out. Little residue. You don't want to keep product in your bucket. Right. Strap your bucket down. Got that done. Now you remove your plunger. So we removed our plunger, put it back in, close it, make sure your stuff is locked. Got that step done. Now I can pick up my cones that were surrounding my area. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Alright, pick up these cones. Make sure my cones are secure. Strapping down. Got this step done. Now it's time to do our paperwork. Now once we finish dropping, our next step is to get our final readings. So we at store 234, right? Let's put that in. Our volume after for tank 3 is 12,391. Our volume for tank 4 is 14,165. Okay, so I put most in tank 4, so I will cross this one out and put that on 3. Put that on 4. So now at this step right here, you'll subtract the difference. So tank 3 final volume from its before volume, and you'll get what you're actually dropped, 2772. So I'm gonna just put an arrow, swap it out. For this, 14,165 minus 9570 equals 4,595. So that's about what we had, what we delivered. So now I can check unload, We started about 7:20-ish. I'm gonna say 7:25. We ended at about 8:10. And yeah, that's about it for the paperwork. So we separate the paperwork. We keep the white copy. The manila or yellow copy we give to the customer, which is Pilot Flying J. So let's go do that. What I like to do is I like to fold it, and then we're going to bring this to the actual customer. So let's go bring the paperwork to the customer, and then we'll come and pick up our cones for our final step. Our final step is actually picking up the cones, so we're going to actually send off the paperwork before we pick up the cones, because our final step is picking up the cones. So we're going to do the paperwork first, and then we're going to pick up the cones. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do it now. I can go ahead and take a picture of that right quick. So log fuel pickup. Let's take a photo of the BOL. BOL number is 795-975. 795-975. They gave us all that already. Submit. Now our delivery ticket. We'll take a picture of that. So the gallons we dropped was 7597. Order complete. Now let's go ahead and give the paperwork to the clerk. Well, really, I think we just sit it on a clipboard. So let's go do that. Then when we come back, we'll pick up our cones. So at this store, we put our paperwork on the clipboard. Thank you. Put our paperwork on the clipboard up here. And once we do that, we'll head to go pick up our cones. Right. That we got the paperwork done, we can go ahead and do our final step, which is to pick up our cones. So let's go ahead and do that. Got our cones up. There it is. And that's how you drop the pilot way, baby. And there it is, guys. That is how you drop step by step the pilot way. I gave y'all a full tutorial, and I hope that was good enough information for you guys, especially my guys that are new here, that maybe just started here. I hope that video definitely helped you guys out to get through y'all training, and especially y'all 90-day evaluation. Because if you just started, that definitely will be happening. The safety man will pull up on you and make sure you're doing everything step by step, the pilot way. This video right here definitely will help you with that. So I hope that helped y'all out, man. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. We got another fuel hauler vlog dropping real soon, man. Stay tuned for that one. And we on the road to 3,000, baby. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.